Hey guys, my name is Andrea and I am partnering with Mented Cosmetics to show you guys how I bronze up my skin. Not only bronze, but also highlight because you know it is summertime and we want that nice glow. And we are going to be using the new collection by Mented and Ashley Blaine Featherson. So this is the new bronzer and highlighter duo. So there is a season 1 and a season 2. And they also have these new glosses. So we have the shade Star Studded and Bombshell. So yeah, today is all about bronzing and glowing. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump into bronzing up my face just to give me more warmth on my skin. So I'm gonna take season 2. This one is the dark shade bronzing duo, and I'm gonna go in with the bronzer first. And this is just going to go right here, and I'm focusing more of that product right here. Since this one is the darker one, this can also act as a contour. So first I'm just going to apply most of the product right here. And I'm also going to take a little bit right here on my forehead too, because I always like to warm up my forehead like that. Look how pretty that is. On the other side the same way. So I pretty much just focus it on the temples of my forehead. I don't put any right here, just pretty much at the very top of the forehead, like the temple part, and just lightly warm that part up. And then I go back down at the tops of my cheeks. I didn't dip the brush back into the product because we already have enough on the brush, just to kind of make sure everything blends really nicely. All right, I know I already have my bronzer on, but I still want to go into season 1. This one is the medium shade. So I also want to dip into the bronzer in this one as well. I'm not going to take too much. I'm actually not going to be using any blush today. So just my bronzer, my highlights. So I'm going to take a little bit of season 1 and just kind of brushing it further up on my cheek, just to kind of warm that part up too, because I didn't want that darker one to be right here because I feel like it'll be too dark. But we're just gonna put it right here at the very tops of my cheeks, and then kind of doing the same thing, working it on the temples of my forehead and just lightly blending that out. All right, so I always take bronzer down the sides of my nose too. So I'm gonna go in with season 1 since this one is not as dark as season 2, and I'm gonna take the bronzer shade in this one as well. Just lightly tap my brush in it and just go down the side of my nose like this. This also kind of sculpts out your nose, so if you want to make it look more defined, you can do this. All right, so you can already see the difference that the bronzer makes, so it definitely does a great job with warming up my skin and just kind of defining my face a little bit more. But now that we are nice and bronzed, it is now time to glow. So I'm going to take the season 1 highlighter. First off, let me just show you guys how gorgeous this gold is. Look how pretty that is. You can actually use these together. So if you don't want to just use the bronzer by itself, you can dip your brush in the bronzer and the highlighter and just kind of swirl them around and use it as your bronzer like that. You don't necessarily have to dip into the bronzer and, you know, by itself. You can still dip into the highlighter with the bronzer to give you more of a glow. But I'm doing one by one so that way you guys can kind of see how these products go on. So I'm going to go into the golden highlighter, and I'm just going to focus this on the apples of my cheeks. So this gives you a really nice subtle glow. Like, it's not too much, it's actually just enough glow. Look how pretty that is. I also like to take a little bit of highlighter and just highlight the forehead just a little bit though, not too much. And then I'll take a little bit more of the highlighter and just kind of place it right here on the center of my nose. I also want to take a little bit more of the highlighter in season 1 and just pop it right here on my tear duct. So right in here, and then lightly blend it up on the lid, just keeping it right here in this area. Now going on to the lips, I think I'm going to go for this shade right here in the shade Star Studded. But first I do want to line my lips. I'm going to use the Mented Nude Lip Liner and just line my lips with this shade. All right, now we're going to go into Star Studded, and this is pretty much like a clear gold gloss. So there it is right there. And I'm just gonna put this all over my lips. Alright guys, so that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and seeing how I bronze and highlight the skin. If you want to get bronzy and glowy for yourself, be sure to check out this collection. And yes, so I think that is all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.